Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's me, the Blade Gamer, of course, and I am here to continue my Let's Play. Anyway, the first thing you want to do, which I kind of forgot to do last video, if you're following what I'm doing, is go to the Happy Mask shop, because we just sold the spooky mask, and it's time to turn in the rupees for it. Alright, he's like, oh great, you sold it, please pay me back the 30 rupees for the spooky mask. Now, if you remember, the kid gave you a full 30 rupees, so you give him, so you didn't make any profit. But, you didn't lose anything either. Anyway, so the bunny hood with swinging rabbit ears. The price is worth 50 rupees. Anyway, this is the last mask we can borrow / sell before all of the mask side quests are 100% completed. The bunny hood does kind of have a useful effect in this game, but not quite as useful as Majora's Mask, and that is when you go out to Hyrule Field at night and those stall childs chase you around, you know, the little skeleton / zombie things. When you're wearing the bunny hood, they will not pop out of the ground. So that is very useful. We can sell it if we want to, but we really don't need to. Because you get a lot of rupees for it, and we're not going to want to sell it until we need a lot of rupees later on in the game. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to Kakariko Village. Now, I forgot to get a Skulltula in Kakariko Village, so we're going to want to grab that real fast. So you're going to want to enter Kakariko Village and play the Sun Song. Now, I'm sorry that I haven't been updating, but about once a week, guys. The reason why is because I have not had time to record, because last week I got sick, and instead of being able to spend a week recording like I wanted to, I was having to deal with a week being sick. Anyway, so when it's nighttime and you roll into the tree, a gold Skulltula will pop out. This is probably the first Skulltula most people get in this town, but it is the last for me. Alright, so now we can finally leave Kakariko Village and head up to Death Mountain to finally start on the next area of the game instead of doing so many side quests for so long. Alright, so if you remember, we opened up the gate last time, and now we want to head up the mountain trail. And this is Death Mountain Trail. Alright, so when you come up here, you will find, I believe, Tektites. They're spider-like enemies that jump really far. They're not really hard. They take 2 hits with the Kikiri sword, or 1 jump attack, since jump attacks count for double the damage you do with a normal slash or stab. And now we want to head up Death Mountain Trail. Now, right here on the corner, before you head up even further, there's another Tektite, so you're going to want to watch out for that so they don't accidentally jump attack you. Alright. So now we're up at, we're about halfway up Death Mountain Trail, to where we're heading at least. Now watch out for this rolling boulder. He can easily knock you off to that unfenced area, and you have to re-climb the mountain, which isn't fun. I've done that quite a few times when I was practicing. That circle of rocks right there will give you hearts or rupees depending on how full your health is. And now we're in Goron City. I like the music in this city. It's really, really cool. Can't hear it too well right now because I have to have my volume low so it doesn't echo when I'm recording. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is head down here to the floor. Now, this is where you need to go, but there's no way to enter. So you're going to want to play Zelda's Lullaby so that the locked door will open. Alright, so once the door's open, you can finally enter. And over here will be the Goron Chief. The Goron City Chief, I should say. What the heck? Who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived. But you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brothers, the king? Sworn brother. Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face, now. Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Ancient creatures have infested the Dodongo's cavern. We've had a poor harvest of our special crop, bomb flowers. Starvation and hunger because of the rock shortage. But this is a Goron problem. We don't need help from any strangers. Alright, so he's really angry right now. But if you remember what I said when we went to the Lost Woods, Saria's song promotes happiness and friendship. So you're going to want to play Saria's song. Sorry, it's hard to play with a C-stick. It's not hard, it just doesn't register half the time. Oh. Oh. So he's dancing around like crazy because it's such a hot beat, as he calls it. He really likes it. Yahoo! Hey, what a nice tune. Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? What? You want the Spiritual Stone of Fire, too? The Spiritual Stone of Fire, also known as the Goron's Ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not going to give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside of the Dodongo's cavern and prove you're a real man? That way, everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I'll give you anything you want. Even the Spiritual Stone. I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. If you wear this, even a little fellow like you can pick up a bomb flower using A. And we get the Goron's bracelet. Now we can pull up bomb flowers, and when we stand next to one, we can use A to lift it up. Now, this is an important item. The first thing we're going to want to grab is our Deku sticks. Now, if you notice, there's a torch right here. Now, there's no other torches in Goron City that are lit already, so we have to light some torches, and I failed at lighting the torch. I mean, how hard is lighting a torch? You know, the most basic concept out of this game. Anyway, so there's 4 torches on the bottom floor, and this jar will start spinning. Now, this is important. It's not necessary, but it is important if you're going for 100%. So, what you're going to want to do is head up this way and walk into this room. Now, in the corner of this room will be a bomb flower. You can pick these up and throw them. So what you're going to want to do is grab the bomb flower and throw it inside the pot. Now, it is very tricky to get it inside the pot, but what's also even more tricky is, if you notice, and I don't want to talk to you, Navi, I want to zoom in. There's 3 different faces on this jar. There's an angry face, a neutral face, and a happy face. Now, you want to land on the happy face. The angry face and the neutral face will only give you some rupees, but you're going to want to land, or, well, you're going to want it to stop spinning on the happy face. So, if I don't get it this try, which I'm not going to do, I will be cutting ahead till I land on the happy face. I will be right back. Alright, so after my second attempt of throwing it in, it drops what I need, which is a piece of heart. And so far we've collected 3 pieces. One more and we'll get a piece of heart. Or another heart container, I should say. Alright, so there's really not too much you can do in Goron City right now. Right down there is an entrance to the Goron shop, which isn't really necessary. I'll be showing that off later because we have to return here. One cool thing though is right here, if you open up this shortcut, just drop it right back down after you pick it up, this opens up a shortcut to the Lost Woods. So, now you can return to the Lost Woods at any time. Or if you're in Kokiri Forest, you can return to Goron City at any time. Now the problem with this is that you need Saria's Song to get the Goron's bracelet. So no matter what, you have to go to the Lost Woods first, or else you could just open up that pathway and it would be much easier. Alright, so now we're going to want to exit the area and head to the Dodongo's Cavern, which is the second official dungeon in the game. Alright, so go up this pathway and take a right here. Now, we're back on Death Mountain Trail, and the first thing you want to do is head straight over here. If you didn't notice before, there was a giant boulder blocking the Dodongo's Cavern. So what you're going to want to do is grab this bomb flower and toss it down, and hopefully hit the boulder. Now, I'm not sure if... yeah, I knew I probably wouldn't make it that time. Will that do it, or will I be too far away? Oh, that did it. Alright, so that's a pretty epic cutscene. Now, one thing right here that some of you may want to do or point out to me is if you look down there, there's a piece of heart. And you can actually get it right now by backflipping over this, if I'm not mistaken. I think you have to stand at a certain spot, but regardless, you can get it right now if you backflip at a certain spot. Right here, actually. But I do not want to get it right now because I want to show you guys the proper way of getting it later. So for those of you who want to get it now, feel free to go ahead. And right here is a soil patch. So with you know, our standard you know, standard operation, I guess. You're going to want to dump a bottle of bugs on it so that a Skulltula will come out. We're getting pretty high on the Skulltula now, which is pretty good because Skulltulas can be annoying to find sometimes. Alright, so now we are in the Dodongo's Cavern, even though it didn't say we were. Or maybe it did and I just didn't see it. If that was the case, I need to pay better attention. Alright, so like it said, we're in the Dodongo's Cavern. And you see that giant skull against the wall that looks similar to a dinosaur or a dragon? Well, that is what a giant Dodongo looks like. Alright, so Navi's like, it looks like there are many pits of lava around here, so watch your step. Alright, so you're going to want to jump to the central platform. I'm going to show an optional area right here. I believe this will have an area we can't... oh yeah, this will have this is optional, but I like getting this. It's the dungeon map, I'm sure. Yep, alright, so it's a dungeon map, so it shows us all of the rooms in the dungeon. Now, these enemies right here that kind of look like giant eyes on a jar with a mouth, those are called BMOs. Basically, whenever you get into the line of their sight, they will shoot a beam of energy at you, which isn't fun. Anyway, right here is a Deku, I should say, shop merchant. He will sell you a Deku shield, I believe, for 80 rupees, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, if your Deku Shield burns up, you can come there and they will sell it to you for an exorbitantly high price. I do not suggest buying it unless you really have to. Now, I suggest equipping your Deku Shield if you have not already, because jumping into fire or being hit by enemies that have fire on them will burn up your shield, and you will not be able to get it back unless you buy one or find one. So you're going to want to equip the Hyrule Shield immediately. Alright, so we have 2 walls we can destroy, one right here, which I can't quite remember what's behind it since it's been... Oh yeah, it's one of those truth stones. They're kind of weird. They give you hints and some side story to the game. It's not really necessary. But over here... Oh, they're gossip stones, not truth stones. There we go. Alright, so we're going to want to go over here. Now right in here are baby Dodongos. Basically, when you kill them, they will blow up. And as you can tell, right here is a wall that we need to blow up. But there are no bomb flowers nearby. So what we're trying to do is get one to blow up on this wall. Now, when you defeat one, you can throw them at the wall if you wish, sort of like a bomb flower, which I am going to do. Oh, I thought you could grab one. Maybe you can't. I might have to come back to this a little later if I can't find another Dodongo. Alright, so I left the cavern and re-entered. And now we're going to go for the baby Dodongo. Alright, so I got him right up against the wall that time, so without a doubt that's going to work. You're going to want to watch your health, though, while you're still fairly low on health. But in here are some keys, also known as bats. Keys is their proper term. And a gold Skulltula on the wall. Now, there is a way to get this gold Skulltula without baby Dodongos. It just takes some extra time, which I did not feel like doing, so that's the only reason why I exited and re-entered. Anyway, so we got 3 gold Skulltulas, we got a piece of heart, and we entered the Dodongo's cavern. I think we made a lot of progress this video, guys. So, in the next episode, we will continue with the Dodongo's cavern, possibly finishing it, and get more items and stuff. Anyway, this is the Blade Gamer. See you next time.